Okay, I'm live. I gotta tell you a funny story. The team that I am in, the woman who signed me up, has meetings usually the first or second Monday of the month. And there's Zoom meetings because we've got people from all over the place in this group. She's in Ohio, so she has these meetings. And she sent around the announcement and invitation and the Zoom link and all that stuff the other day. So I got it, and it was right after I scheduled this one for Monday. And I said, "Oh no, I'm going to have to get out of that meeting quick at 7:30 because that meeting's at 6:30." So I thought, well, I'm going to have to just get out at 7:30, and that'll be fine. I can do that and start the live. So I'm kind of scurrying around to get things together, and I clicked on the Zoom link, and it says waiting for the leader to start the meeting. And I thought, okay. So I'm waiting and waiting and waiting. 10 minutes later, she still isn't on. And I'm going, this is not like her to be late. It's like her to have mechanical problems, technical problems, but they're not going to, it's not going to last that long. So I finally double checked the email, and it's August 22nd. Duh. So I've been sitting here, since about, well, since 6:30, before 6:30 actually, getting stuff ready. So I'm really ready. So I got on early, and I thought, okay, it's like 4 minutes to go. I can chit chat for 4 minutes, right? so so that's what I'm gonna do. We only have 2 minutes left, so I'll get on in 2 minutes and get going with this. And I see somebody's joined me, and hopefully a few people remember that it was going to be Monday night instead of Wednesday. And for anybody who didn't, all they have to do is do a search for my live on Wednesday, and they're going to find this recording. So I guess it's not going to be a problem. And remember, same thing goes next week. I will be, hi, Jane. I will be on Monday again next week instead of Wednesday. So, what I want to do tonight is I'm going to work with another celebration item. It's called Wonderful World. It is this stamp set, which is just a couple nice little flowers. It is one of those dimensional, that really bring out the colors pretty. It's a pretty stamp set. And so with Sale-A-Bration with $100 order, you get the stamp set and this paper. And I'm not gonna use this one. This has big, big flowers that you could really use for the whole front of your card. And then this color I think is really kind of unusual. It's Blackberry Bliss. And it really looks nice on your cards. And it has all the individual flowers that are in this set. And that's the back, which I love. I really love the back of this. Okay, and this we're using tonight. We're just cutting a flower out of the white. So you'll see how that's going to work. And then this pink we're going to use tonight. I love that too. That's the back. And the green I like. I've done a couple cards with that. I'll show you. And that's the back of that. And then the purple. I think this is so pretty. And that's the back of that. And I like that too. Hi, Susie. Good to see you. It has been a while since you were on the live. I hope you're feeling better these days. So I'm going to do these. I'm going to show you right now what cards I'm doing. I love this paper. I really I mean, sometimes we go a little flower crazy, but oh, what the heck? Birthday cards? They can be flowery, right? They're really pretty that way. So, oh, good, Susie. I'm glad to hear that. I was a little concerned because it had been a while since you were kind of radio silence there for a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna flip this to solo so that you get a better, you don't really get a better picture, but you lose me. But I still have this shadow, and I still haven't gotten rid of that. But here's the card we're doing tonight. This is one. This is with the green, obviously. And then I did an envelope to go with it. And a fun fold. Isn't that cool? Okay, and this is an easy one. It looks a little more complicated than it is, doesn't it? But it's really an easy card. And I think it's very impressive. So those are the two that we're going to make tonight. I just want to show you a couple other ones that I made. I actually did this one first, and I used the nesting labels dies, and then I realized that these are no longer, these are, I, you know what, Susie? My booster is not picking a whole lot out up. But yes, I do have it on. Thank you. Thank you for mentioning that though, because I've been having all kinds of issues lately with that stupid thing because it wants to run my printer and it doesn't want to run my computer when the printer's running. So I well, hmm. So anyway, I saw these label the nested labels they're called, and it turns out that that was a discontinued one. So I switched my focus around a little bit. And then these two here are pretty easy ones too. I just did the stitch squares. That's three stitched squares, and these two I cut in half, and then I punched the center out of that one, glued them all together. I actually glued the first one with these really separated, and it didn't look right. So this is how I ended up, and I like this one. And just do one of feeling get well. I think it makes a nice get well card, nice birthday card. So there's those, and I did the envelopes because when you have gorgeous paper like this, why not, right? Why not do the envelopes? Okay, so here we go. Let's do, I'm going to do this one first. It's a really simple one. Here's all the pieces. To do this one, I used the, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Hello, beautiful die cuts. We have a couple of different ones this year. There's excuse me. There's one that's another shapes. I don't know shapes. Skirts. It has circles, squares, and some odd things. But I liked this one, so I did the outside one, and we're gonna actually do this. So I'm not gonna tell you about it. I'm gonna do it. Okay, I started out with sand. That has become one of my favorite neutrals. It's not too light, it's not too dark. It's just I think it's just a pretty shade. So we're starting with Sahara sand. Hi, Linda. And oh, before we go any further, almost forgot pull in the name. Linda, I pulled your name. So I am going to get you on an envelope here. I will not be seeing you at the gym, though, I'm afraid. Um, I have got a case of diverticulitis, and it's kind of hard for me to do a whole lot of activities at the moment. As of right now, I'm planning on it being better by Thursday. So that means that I will be at the um, library. Yes, we're at the library, Labazonia Library, on Thursday from 1 to 4. Okay, and I have to write this on here because I'm just, I just have a tendency to be a little scattered sometimes. Susie, I hope this is not fading in and out anymore, other than the picture, because the picture always does that. I don't know why that does that. But here we go. We are going to take our standard base, which is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4.25. Okay? Then we have Pear Pizzazz, and that is 5.25 by 4. Then I took this green floral paper and I cut it a 1/4 inch smaller all the way around. So that means it is 3.75 by 5. Now, what I want to do this time is I'm going to glue these together, and then I want to put a ribbon around it. The other one, I put the ribbon here. I'm going to take this ribbon all the way around just because I wanted to do it on that one, and I glued things together too quick. I think I had myself a little frazzled with the with my goofball thing that I did. Okay, so here's that. Then we're going to take. I'm using it all the time. I just love this. It's soft sea foam, and it is seam binding ribbon. I am going to just do a faux bow, so tying this in. I'm taping it down on either end. Oh, good, Susie. I'm glad it settled down. Ugh, technology is just driving me crazy right now. You should have seen me the other day. And then I tried to call the Geek Squad, and they were not answering the phone, which was even more frustrating. That's the only thing I miss about work is having instant tech support. So now you take your hexagons. Is that what these are? Yeah, they're hexagons. Six sides. 3 sizes. Start with the green. Then I put on this again the Sahara sand, and I am going to glue those together. Now I am going to cut out my flower, and this is the interesting part. What I did here is I took this paper, this white paper. No, it's the purple, the white. Take one flower and just kind of cut it in a square. So it's like this. Then you take this and you cut it the best way it fits. And this is, before you glue this down, do this. Cut this out. I kind of like it corner to corner like that. So that's how I'm going to cut it. Now, winning here. Yeah, so if anybody's coming to the library and they need to borrow any stamps or dies or anything like that, drop me a line, send me an email, and I will bring it with me. If not, we will make stuff. Okay, I think that's all I need here before I cut it. Mostly everything ahead tonight. But I just wanted to show that to you, how you can switch this around. So now you're going to put these pieces this way. Now, what I'm trying to point out here is rather than putting it like that, you want it to go corner to corner. and you want to keep the whole thing that way. Okay, and then we're going to put one dimensionals to put it on our card. This can get glued to this. Oh, so is everybody keeping cool? Gosh, I cannot believe. Hi, Carol. I just noticed you were on. I cannot believe how hot it got again. It's just, ugh, this is crazy. I don't think I can ever remember it being this hot this long. Really. I mean, it's just mind blowing how it just never seems to cool. Yeah, before I stick that down, I'm going to try to tie this in a bow. And if it doesn't give me a good bow, then I probably will just go with the faux bow. But I'm going to try for the bow first. I believe I may have gotten it. Needed a little bit more ribbon. Whoops. Hmm. It doesn't have any ends. Okay, we'll try that again. One more time, and then I'm going with the faux bow. Sometimes bows can really be a nuisance. And other times they just work perfect. Anybody finding anything good on TV to watch lately? We watched something last night on Netflix that was good, and I'm sorry that I did this, that I started talking about it. Because I don't remember what it was called, but it was about people hunting treasures, and it was a pretty good movie. Okay, this is going to go on dimensionals. Corner, corner, side to side. Then I took my punch. This is the bow punch. It has a bow and it has a little thing. And I punched these out of the pear pizzazz. And I'm going to stick one up there at the top. And I just stuck it right in that glue. And the smaller one down at the bottom. And last but not least, the greeting. And all I'm using for this greeting, it's just happy birthday. And it is in cottage rose. And I'm using pizzazz on pear pizzazz. I just kind of like the way that looks. You could probably use mossy meadow on this too, or one of the other greens. But I'm going to just use the pear pizzazz. Just put that on there. And inside, I'm using my flake paper to do the of this one. And what I'm going to do here, I'm cut. There it is. I cut a little piece of paper, Uncharted, that's it, Susan. You saw it too, apparently. Yes, with Mark Wahlberger. Yes, that's funny. I was having a little bit of a hard time doing anything yesterday, so I was just kind of laying on the couch, and my husband was trying to find a decent movie because I really am not into the blood and guts and war movies, and I get tired of watching shootings and things on TV. There's enough of that going around. So he found this and started watching it, and I was like, "Yeah, I like this. This is a good one." Um, I'm gonna put on the inside of this, wishing you everything wonderful. And again, I'm using the Parmesan's. And let me take our happy birthday. I'm going to just cut that little thingies here because it's what I like to do. And I'm going to put that on dimensionals too. Now, on my sample, I put a couple of these genial gems because they were green. I thought, oh, wouldn't that look pretty? But you know what? They got really lost in the background. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So this is the sample. And there's some of these gems there, but you can't even see them. So I don't know. I may try the other color, but I no, the other color doesn't go with this. So I'm not sure if I'll just go with my pearls because these iridescent pearls go with everything. There is nothing that those don't look good on. Am I right? Oops. Except I'm shooting them across the room. Even they get lost. I guess it's just too much of a background there. There. So that's the first one. Oh, wait, wait, wait. We're not done. We're not done. We're not done. I took, there's my pearl. I took a piece of this paper's so pretty. I want to use it. I don't, I get tired of putting this paper away and forgetting about it and losing it. So I'm going to use this. 6 by 2.5 is what you need all the time. Always the same. 6 by 2.5. You don't have to take your glue all the way down to the bottom and just put it on here. Don't put it on too heavy or it'll let your other part and it won't stick right. Stamp set is the card. Oh, the inside, the card inside. Okay, I'll find it. That came from Charming Sentiments. And I believe this is still available. Oh, yes, I know it is. Because this is the one that has all the dies with it to cut everything out. And I haven't cut one out yet. I like some of the same. They really do have some nice signs on them. So that's that one. Now I start down a little bit, get some glue in the back, get it schmutzed up good, and then take it up to the top. Then you just take your scissors, your paper snips, and snip it off. Linda, the audio cuts in and out because I move too much. Pink pastel pearls. Yes, Susie, that would look nice. And I do believe I have some of them. That would look good with that because it's pink. Has a lot of pink in it. Good suggestion. Okay. There's the envelope. Don't forget, you're giving the mailman something to look at. And then he will like you and deliver your. And we have the inside nice because you don't want the party to, because the person opens the card. So there's our first card. The second card is the fun fold, and this really is a neat little fold, and it's easy. And that's what I love about it. It's easy, but it looks complicated. So I start out, and I have to tell you, this is Jackie Golias and or Goldhaze. And I think I told you before that I have started doing templates for all of my fun folds. So this is the fun fold, and there's my measurements. So we're going to start out with a piece of designer series paper, 12 by 5 1/4, and we want the design to go this way because we're going to crease it across this way. So that's 12 by 5 1/4. And what we're going to do moving away, we are going to square at 2. Oh no, I'm freezing up now. Darn. What the heck? This booster is working. It's on. Yeah, the booster is on. Maybe the fan and the air conditioner and everything else being on. I don't know. Okay, score this at 2. And I'll repeat these a couple times in case I freeze or fade or anything like that. So scored at 2, 4, 6, and 8. That's easy to remember. Be careful with your designer series paper when you're scoring it because it's delicate. You don't want to score it too hard. So we are going to fold this here. And then we're going to start bringing it over this way. Then we're going to take it back this way. All right, I'm doing this backwards because this is the piece that's on top. So that one there, that one there, and that one there. So I had the first one right, but the rest of them I didn't. You can easily tell when you're looking at it. It's a W, but fold over the first piece, then start folding back over like an accordion. Make sure you use your bone folder to get these good and tight because you don't want it staying open. You could put a belly band around it if you like belly bands. I do not. So that idea doesn't really appeal to me. Okay, so now I took a piece of cardstock that matches it for the background. This is 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. And we're just going to glue this onto it. And I put away Winnie a little too quick because I'm going to need her again. Okay, you're going to cut 2 pieces of your cardstock, 2 3/4 square. 2 pieces, 2 3/4 square, both. Okay, pick something to do with them. So what I want to do with them is I'm stamp happy birthday on the first one. And I am using Highland Color because that's what this has. I'm going to stamp happy birthday on the first one. And then on the other one, who are you going to use? You are positively the greatest. And I'm going to stamp it kind of down toward the bottom because I want to put something else on here. Okay. Now I'm taking 2 of those white pictures from that white piece I drew earlier. And I'm cutting them out with this. And again, you can cut it any which way you want to cut it. However it fits the best. Grab Winnie. Susie, you probably didn't get on to hear what I did, but I thought Laura's meeting was tonight. And so I logged onto the Zoom number at 6:30 and waited 10 minutes, thinking she was having some kind of technical difficulties getting on. And then I looked at her email and saw that, oh, no, the meeting's not until August 22nd. Duh. Oops, I have this backwards. But that's okay. So I was on way early tonight. Okay, there's one. And here's the other. I love this flower. I think this flower is so pretty. That is, I guess, is that an iris? Okay. Winnie has done her job and now she can get put away for real. See, I drew these lines so I know where to work in between so you can see what I'm doing. Then I move the paper. Duh. Okay, so I'm going to put this one on the front because I just think it's really pretty. And that one, you can actually put that on with dimensionals. I don't recommend you put the inside one on with dimensionals because I kind of think it would hold the card open too much. There's that. So this one I'm not going to put on the dimensionals. I'm just going to glue it on. And Susie, those pearls that you suggested, the pink ones, I think they have purple ones too. So I'm going to go after those to put on this one. I think that would be very pretty. But what you're going to do is you're going to put glue on the back of the front half and make sure you don't get it on half. Not even half. Okay, put it like that. Then open it up. Stick this piece here. So, because you want them to end up hiding, you want the first one to hide the second one, and you want them kind of cascading. So I'm putting the glue on the back. I'm holding it, and I'm going to just bring this over like that. So there it is. Let me grab his pearls. Or not. There they are. Pastel pearls. Because these are pink, gray. Oh, beautiful colors. And then I used the green again, the soft seafoam, to make a bow. Just a little one. And I attached it to the front. I don't know what it is about this soft seafoam ribbon, but I love this. I just think it's so pretty. Yeah, isn't this? It's different, and it just comes out looking really, really cute. Okay, I want that bow to be a lot smaller than that. So I'm just gonna keep cutting it. So if you don't have this paper or you don't have these particular dyes, you can always substitute with something that you do have in your arsenal. Never ever say, "Oh, I can't make that card because I don't have those particular supplies." I mean, unless it's something really specialized or something. But when it's just shapes and designer series paper, well, anything with flowers on it would work for this, right? So there. And it just opens up. And oops, I forgot. It's not quite done yet because what you want to do next, and this is up to you, but you want to put something white here, um, because you want to have a place to put your greeting and write stuff. Now, if you want to stamp something on there, or if you want to, I cut mine because I don't want to cover that paper. So I just made it there's a 3 by 5. And I'll glue that on, and I will put my put a piece of the for the designer series paper. No, I don't even need to do that. I'll just leave it like that. No stamp of reading on it. I have "You Are the Greatest." I can use that one that I used before. Wish you everything wonderful. And hide it behind this. There. And once again, I am going to do this envelope because, like I said, I have so much of this paper And I think it is so pretty. And I'm either going to have to make 1,000 cards out of it, or I'm going to use as much of this designer series paper as I possibly can for everything. And that's what I opt to do. Hydrangea paper. Oh no, that's not too loud at all. That would be perfect for this. There's different sizes, as I recall. There's different sizes of um, of hydrangeas on that paper, and there's some different with smaller prints, and that would work. The really big print probably would get hidden. I'm not sure. I can't. The top of my head, I can't picture it. But I'm thinking that there was one or two different patterns that were a smaller print like this, and I think they would look nice. Oh yes, I see. I just froze up again. Sorry about that. Oh, you cannot go wrong with this designer paper. It's just so delicate. I guess that's the word I'm looking for. So there we go. Easy fun fold. I don't have a name for that one. And then that's card number 2 and card number 1. That's the sample. And this is the sample for this one. So you see I used the pink paper for this one. That's it for tonight, folks. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'm glad that you all found me on Monday night instead of Wednesday this week. And remember, next week, same thing, Monday night, 7:30. See you then, and I will try to come up with something cute for that. Thanks a bunch. Have a good evening.